Okay, today we're just doing questions and answers over the translating, recording now. Questions and answers on any of the translating or fractions or decimals. I have one remote student that's already asked me for a question, so we're going to start there. This won't be very long at all today. We in the classroom have decided to celebrate Christmas in our classroom today. So, Sherry, I'm ready.
Number 10 on page DS1.
Do you know what page it was? Did you?
No,
Yeah.
I still haven't got your numbering system down pat yet.
Okay.
But up at the top, it says DS1, says translating phrases, linear expressions.
Okay, hang on, I can do that.
It's
All
the
right.
very last one on that page.
The 1/2 of K?
No, it says the product of 1/7.
Okay, there's another one, just a minute. And what number did you say it is?
10.
Number 10, so it's not that one. See, I have several of those. Oh, it's DS1.
Yes.
For
D
y'all,
as in,
it's page 9 if you want to see it.
yes.
And it's number 10.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's the one that says the product of 1/7 and double of Y minus 1/2.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for those on the recording, I'm going to show them that question. Okay, we're on this page that says DS1, translating phrases. If you numbered the pages according to their file name, it's page 9. And we're going to be working with number 10 for anybody that wants to copy that down real quick. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is we see the word product, okay? And immediately that's one of those words that says draw a parentheses and put a times in between. Okay? Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Product, before you go anywhere else, the word product says write down some parentheses, and product means multiply, so put that in between. And so before I even go to the second word, I have parentheses with a multiplication in between. Okay, do you see it, Sherry?
Yes, I wrote it where I thought it was correct, but I wrote it backwards.
Okay, we'll look at it. Okay, and explaining this, product means the parentheses, and then it says of. Now, immediately following the parentheses word, product, it tells us exactly what goes in the parentheses. So if you'll circle the word and, it tells you the things that are going to go in the parentheses. The 1/7 goes in first.
Yes.
And the 2y, double means 2 times, double of y. Okay, so this is what the product of 1/7 and double of y, that's how it looks. And then it says minus, which means subtract, minus 1/2. Now this is how I would write it. I'm looking at the answer now. Oh. The product of 1/7. Ah. Did you write it this way?
No.
How did you write it? Tell me how you wrote it, because when I started explaining these expressions, I told you that some of them are weird. They could be like English sentences when the comma is in the wrong spot.
Oh,
or
okay,
if you put a comma there or not, it means two different things.
okay, okay. Well, okay,
Tell me how you wrote it.
okay. I told you wrong. Okay, so I wrote it the 1/7 times the 2y inside the parentheses, subtract the 1/2. But on the answer, it's got the 1/7 on the outside of the parentheses
Yes.
with a 2y and subtract the 1/2 on the inside. So would
Okay.
my answer be wrong?
No, yours is correct also. For the remote students and for those on the recording, I'm going to write what our answer sheet has, and I want to let you all know that both of these are correct. Now, they wouldn't come out with the same answer, but they could be interpreted both of these ways. Now, what you said, did you say that you put the 2y times the 1/7 in parentheses?
I put the 1/7 and the 2y inside the parentheses because it says product, and I know you're supposed to put the parentheses. But then when I looked at the answer, it's got the 1/7 on the outside of the parentheses in the front. And I'm like, well, that's not right.
So did you write it like me here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then don't count yourself wrong. You did
Okay.
correctly. This is very confusing in the words that they give you on number 10.
Okay.
So yes, I can see how they got this because of the wording. It's confusing. I like that you did this because it makes much more sense.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So no, ma'am, you did not get it wrong, and you're welcome to change the answer on the back. I'm going to put a big O star by this, so I'll remember to say something later. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that one up. Do you have another question?
I do.
And Josh, I'm open to questions here.
Okay.
You got all that big packet, right?
Yeah,
I know.
got it.
I know that you got a whole bunch of emails like day before yesterday. I'm just trying to get ahead.
Yeah.
So what I told them yesterday when you couldn't get on, I told him out of all those emails, there's no hurry to print those out. They're all for after the first of the year. But if you're going to print out anything, print out the one that says order of operations and the other one that says distributive property. Those are the ones that we're going to start with on January 4th. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And,
So
go ahead.
Tomorrow is going to be the last Zoom until January the 4th?
Yes. And tomorrow, all I'm going to do tomorrow is just be on a Zoom if you need to talk to me about anything on any of the worksheets. We're not going to offer any new information tomorrow. It's just
Okay.
going to be questions and answers again, or if you need me to be on so that you can visit. That's all it's going to be tomorrow, and
Okay.
I will not even be recording it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Sherry?
All right.
Okay. Number 6 on page D as in dog, S3.
Okay.
It's kind of like the same situation. I
Tell me
got
the number again.
D as in dog,
I've got that.
S3. It says
I-
translating phrases, linear expressions.
I've got all that. I just need to know which number.
Oh, number 6.
Got it.
It says the difference between twice of Z and 1/3 multiplied by 1/4.
Okay.
I
So here-
wrote,
For the people on the remote, I'm going to let them see it so they can copy
Okay.
it down, so they'll know what we're talking about. It's this
Okay.
number 6. Let me make sure I got all of it on there. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is the one that we're talking about right now. Okay, so what you wrote down was, I'm getting ready.
okay, I wrote down 2Z inside parentheses, subtract 1/3 inside the parentheses, and then right behind the parentheses, I wrote 1/4.
And that is exactly how I would write it also. let me see how they did.
They did a flip-flop. They put the 1/4 at the very beginning.
Okay, that one isn't as much a big deal because we talked yesterday or the day before about the commutative property, which said in multiplication or addition, you can switch places and it's still the same value.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, and probably what you'll see more often, since this is times right here between the parentheses and the 1/4, since it's multiplied, you can switch places and put this 1/4 in front. Now, the
Okay.
fact that you put it behind is not incorrect, and you would get exactly the same answer as you needed to get as if somebody put it in front, okay?
Okay.
So this one isn't as much a big deal. The 1/4 can go in the back. Commonly, they will put it in front, even though it's not spoken like that in the sentence, okay? But what
Okay.
you did was perfectly fine, and that's how I would have done it, okay?
Okay. Oh, great.
So
Okay.
you're doing a lot better than you thought, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Oh,
on the
okay.
ball.
More?
No, ma'am. That's it.
Really?
I only had 2.
I'm glad that you bring those to my attention, because that helps me the next time that I teach it. I can bring people's attention to those that caused problems.
Well,
So you're helping me teach.
sorry. Well, I'm just afraid that on the test that they'll write it backwards or whatever to try to trick us.
You'll be able to
And
tell.
okay. And I'll be
I would relax about that.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want no trickery on that test. I'm ready to get it done.
Okay. And just like I said, this is going to be relatively short. But I don't want to push you guys out if you still have questions. Josh?
No, so far on this, I understand this pretty well.
Yay. Well, we're going to start. I will turn on the Zoom, but not the recording tomorrow on Friday. That will be our last Zoom until January 4th. And on January 4th, we're going to do order of operations and distributive property.
That
Okay?
sounds like a mighty long time.
So I will be on tomorrow, and whoever wants to be in class or on Zoom tomorrow, that's fine. I understand Christmas, and that's why I made it just a question and answer Zoom and no new information. Okay?
Okay.
So you're forgiven if you have something to do tomorrow. Okay. Well, I love you a bunch and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I
sure.
love you too.
Okay. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, don't party too hard now.
Oh, listen, it's smelling awfully good in here.
I bet it is. Okay, well, enjoy.